Okay guys, it's Sunday after Halloween, time to start putting everything away. Thought I'd do one more last walkthrough in the daylight. You're going to see a lot of stuff in the daylight you wouldn't see trick-or-treat night, but had the yard, all the rain, my stakes are starting to fall over, but had the giant pumpkin out there in the back and Charlie Brown and all the stuff I did before. Had the new Halloween tree in the front flower bed, really like that. And this is what they saw coming up the driveway. So my gargoyle on top, cool. Grandpa's moon up in the corner, yay. The whole castle front, much better this year, sticking out 3D. So if I go around the corner a little bit, you get a little more perspective. Skeletons climbing up the side, that was Mrs. Pax's idea, yay. Gargoyle they had to walk under. So my new haunted castle sign, it was lighted up at night with Christmas lights, so it really shined. They come on in. Stuff everywhere. My monster in a box. He worked all night long. Fog coming out of him. He was good. Stuff in the entryway. What was kind of cool, big bat up on the ceiling. I made my dad a little hiding place right here on the left side. And all he did was stay behind the curtain. And he could tell when it was the older kids, and he got them pretty good. So in the garage they came. I know there's a couple things sitting here. My neighbor said he couldn't use them anymore and dropped them off for me yesterday. What a great neighbor. So yay, new stuff for next year already. The garage is a maze. The ceiling's all covered. The walls are all plywood, so nobody's busting through anything. Got faces up on the walls. Those are just the little Jason masks with newspaper behind them, so they stick out 3D. Stuff on the walls. I know the light's shining through. That didn't happen the other night, but it's pretty cool. Set myself up a mirror, so the kids in the black light, they would stop and see what they look like when they were glowing. Hey, that's me. Stuff in the corners. There he goes. Once the motion sensor went off. Yep. So while they're paying attention to him, my nephew was in the jail cell behind the metal bars. I stuck that was the mask my nephew was wearing, stuck it on another thing that my neighbor gave me, a great big full-size prop, yay. Definitely use him next year. And my nephew would take that chain across the bars, and wow, a lot of fun. So looking back the way we came, looking past the jail cell, and what I did was I made them duck down to go under the low bridge. They come into the hall. It's a little darker in here, sorry about that. Spider webs in the ceiling, all kind of the Walgreens skellies everywhere. Posters on the walls, cardboard cutout skeletons with blinking strobe lights, stuff on the shelves, and just stashed everywhere. Around the corner they go. Great big spider up in the corner. My motor quit this year, so his legs weren't moving. Had to do it manual, but we'll have that fixed next year. Around the corner, more of those 3D faces. They just kind of stick out and give it a little more sense of something getting you. Coming around the hallway, I make them make another turn, and then they're finally into the main room. This is where I stayed. This was the wizard's room. Of course, in the dark, lots of stuff glowed in the black light. Ghosts in the ceiling, thunder and lightning up in above the fabric. Just walking to the back where I stood. Had another fog machine in here. So I got a little fog going in the room, and once it hit the lasers, it would just pick up the lasers and make tracers. All the kids loved that. I stayed right here. This was my view. Kids kept coming through. I actually got smart, made myself a little peek hole this year, so at least I could see how far the line backed up and how hard to push the kids. And I'd send them out down this last little hallway. Little bit of stuff on the walls, some extra new stuff, more piratey, but always find places to put stuff. And they come out the side exit to the garage, and my big old ghost, and around the corner, and they were right back out front. think I already told you, but we had pouring rain this year. Was really hoping to have a huge turnout Friday night. Had 600. I'm happy. 600 kids come out in the cold rain. We had a little tent in the yard so the parents could get out, but a lot of the parents walked right through. They wanted to see it much as the kids did, and that makes me smile. So had a really successful hunt. Time to tear it down and start thinking about next year. Happy Halloween.